What's up? What's going on? Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. Make sure you pound that like. Hit the sub if you're not a member. Also hit the notification to get all of my content as well as my videos. And make sure y'all sharing my shit too as well. Salute to the whole entire Lions Den, basketball and boxing communities. And salute to all of my subs that's rocking with me. My day ones. Y'all know how we do. And as well as my new subs, and as well as my haters too as well. I appreciate y'all too. Gotta love the hate, gotta love the disdain, gotta love the deception, you gotta love the negativity, you gotta love people that try to constantly tear you down, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what builds you up. You feel what I'm saying? Jim, message. Nah, what's up with it, y'all? Top of the morning. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump straight into it, okay? Now, what's up with it? Nola boy, I see you in here. Make sure y'all go sub to the partner, Nola James at Nola Boy Sports and News. Heavy content over there, heavy logic. We're gonna give you that gumbo pot full of the logic that you're missing. Make sure you go sub to his channel. One of the pillars, 10 toes down and HNIC of this LDBC thing. Salute to James. Now, we're going to get into talking about football. I'm glad James is in here because that's one thing that he knows. He could definitely match my level or probably even exceed it in terms of football knowledge. And if for those of y'all that like football, still fuck with football, definitely go sub to his channel too, because he's one of the very few people that I could talk football with on his YouTube. Now, Colorado came in. Of course, they played North Dakota State. Okay, North Dakota State, which they're not ranked, they're still no slouches because they came in being a tough team. Coach Prime and Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter all had came in and pretty much, you know, they edged out the victory 31-26. But the beginning of the game, you know, they came out, you know, amped up in energy, but I just think that the nerves and the restlessness and the eagerness to prove everybody that this is a new year, I think it actually sort of backfired on them. Okay, they did not. North Dakota State had actually had more yardage on the ground. Of course, Shedeur Sanders, he had 445 in comparison to 292 to the other quarterback for North Dakota State. He did throw an interception, but had I think it was if I'm not mistaken, I think it was four TDs. But the thing about it is their defense has a lot of work to do. Now they turned it up in the second half. What's up with it, Ted? I see you in here, man. Yeah. Well, North Dakota State is not. They've played against some tough teams, and this is the thing. I like what Deion said at the press conference. He said, you know, we felt like we won, but we didn't win, and that's exactly what I said. Now, shout out to Warren Sapp. Okay. For those of y'all that don't know, Warren Sapp, he is on the coaching staff right now, and he's the Lions coach. I guarantee you that Warren Sapp had to bring out the early 2000s, late 90s Warren Sapp and talk to them motherfuckers like old school, because they were trailing 17. A lot of people weren't expecting the Colorado Buffaloes to be trailing. But there is a flip side to the coin on that. Every team that they face, regardless of if they're ranked or not, because they're only going to play a couple of ranked teams. One of them is Kansas State. Another one is Kansas. Just to name a few. They don't have that many ranked teams that they're facing this year. I think another. Well, they got Nebraska coming up next, but they don't have that many ranked teams. So this is their opportunity to tune things up. We're not looking for the Colorado Buffaloes to be in any type in the playoffs. As you know, they got the 12-game playoffs for the NCAA, but they came out in the second half and they did better as far as stopping the run or whatever. But in the first half, they were finding so many gaps. And I was like, good Lord, you would have thought North Dakota State was winning the way that they were actually running the ball. And they almost lost this game. If say, because the thing that killed North Dakota State too is that they had 5 penalties, which cost them, it was that one pass of interference near the end of the game or whatever. That gained them on yardage, but they have 5 penalties compared to the Colorado Buffaloes, which they only had 3. What's up with it? The real. I see you in here, man. You said they're not D1 period. No way the game's supposed to be close. Now check this out. Now I agree with you, James, but this is the thing though. Everybody gonna come with it. You know why? Because they've been, that's how the media does. They're gonna come with their best. Okay, so they got the victory, and if they want to be, Deion is trying to do his best to show the powers to be that they can blow these teams out or whatever, because in order for them to start consistently playing ranked teams and stuff, the lesser opponents, they're gonna have to run away from that. So I definitely agree with what you're saying. But right now, every game that they're faced with is because of what the guys have seen on TV. They're always seeing Deion. Hell, you got T.O. on the sideline or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got Bun B coming out there chilling with Coach Prime. You got all these different. You got Warren Sapp hired on the staff. You got Ed Reed coming in. You got Ray Lewis giving motivational speeches. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, how come these guys ain't coming to our school? So that sits in a lot of players' minds. I know it will for me. Like James, let's say I'm the coach and you're the quarterback. Ted is the running back. Damn LeBron coming to tweeting about you all the time. Bun B coming over there to chill with you. You doing all these documentaries and stuff like that, and you haven't done shit or whatever. I'm gonna be like, well, who the fuck is you? And I'm gonna line up with you. And when it gets time for that kickoff to come, we're gonna lay your ass out, and we're gonna really see if you belong in the NFL. Now, they're saying that Shedeur Sanders is an NFL player. He's still got a lot to work on. Now, Travis Hunter, see, what's interesting is that they have the projected in terms of them getting drafted when it comes to Shedeur Sanders and when it comes to Travis Hunter. They got Travis Hunter ranked lower, and I'm like, how you gonna have a special two-way player ranked lower? Travis Hunter is a bona fide NFL player, but he gotta have a and it's no shade against Sanders. Got to play the quarterback position much better. But in terms of talent, Travis Hunter is that guy. I can see Travis Hunter as a top 3 pick, without doubt. Yeah, Ice Spice, everybody, everybody's over there or whatever. But of course, that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to amp it up. But when you lose like that, or if you're close to losing, or you're not blowing teams out, stuff like that, guys ain't really gonna take you serious. But I like what Dion said. I still believe in Coach Prime and his mentality. But Travis Hunter he's a more NFL ready player than Shedeur Sanders. That's not to say that Shedeur Sanders can't get in there and can't work, because he made some nice moves. I like made some good throws. Now the thing about it is that offensive line too. The offensive line got to do a better job. That offensive line was getting to him too easy. So if they played a Georgia, a Clemson, or something like that, Georgia would have been up. They would have been up just on defense alone. They probably would have been up 30 something to. You'd be lucky if they even scored, because Georgia would have picked them apart. And I can't wait to see that game, Georgia versus Clemson. We've been talking about that. So, it was an ugly win, but sometimes you got to win ugly. Every game ain't gonna be pretty. It's just like in a boxing match. Every fight isn't gonna be a knockout, like with Tank and everything. Every fight isn't gonna be a knockout, but they squeezed out the victory. Now we'll have to see what they do against Nebraska coming up. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building, man. Yeah, they got a lot of work to do, man. And I'm not talking about just this season, but I did notice the energy. I think their time of possession was way lower. What they call, they only had 24. Their time of possession overall was 24. The North Dakota State was 36 minutes. So they were hurrying up and everything, but they're just still a little bit out of control. If you understand what I'm saying, Shedeur Sanders still got to work on his poise and his under control. That's why Travis Hunter, you see how under control he is, although he still has the speed and stuff. Man, Travis Hunter look like Lil Baby, don't he? I thought that was Lil Baby out there. He look like Lil Baby or Gunner or something. I just had to throw that in there. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, y'all play tomorrow night. Yeah. We know Michigan and Wolverine. Yeah, I know. But we're not talking about Michigan. You know, man. We talking about Colorado Buffaloes around here, Matter of fact, man, hey, look, we got Ted in here, Ohio State, and we got Michigan up in here. Look at that, man. They don't like each other. Wait a minute. I think Nola, that's your squad, Nola. Michigan. Yeah, y'all don't like Ohio State. Yeah. Man, he look like Lil Baby or Gunner, one of them, man. They look like he come from Atlanta or whatever. But yeah, Travis Hunter is an NFL player. He's right now I got him going top 3. If you can, and he's elite on both ends. That's the thing. He's elite on both ends. He could be the black version of J.J. Watt. Hell, he could do what Dion did. Dion played a little offense. You know what I'm saying? He could do what Randy Moss did. Remember, Randy Moss played. He played corner, and he played receiver. You said he reminded you of Charles Woodson. Ooh, man. Damn, that's a high, man, shit. Charles Woodson? Me, myself, I was more Rod Woodson. But I like Charles, too. I like all the Woodson bros. I know that, and I want to let people know, when I put that in the community, I always call them Woodson brothers. It doesn't mean that they were actually brothers. I think Ted was like, yeah, I didn't know he had a brother in the NFL. Nah, they don't. I just say the Woodson bros and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, just to be silly. You said James is a Michigan vet. He's a Michigan vet. I think James was last time I talked to Nolan because Nolan knows football, man. And I think he's a Cowboys fan too. And y'all know y'all got Deron Bland out too, Nola. We're gonna see how that goes, and then also as far as Dak, we got to see what's gonna happen. We got a couple people that's been signing their contracts, getting their extensions and everything, but a lot of people feeling like Dak should just go ahead and walk. A lot of people feel like I think Chad said that Dak should go to the Steelers. Damian Woody also said that too. If he goes to the Steelers, I know the brother Cypress TV gonna be happy about that. But it's what the Steelers would be willing to give up. Yeah. I first, because remember, I think I was talking to Nola a long time ago. I thought he was a Saints fan. You know what I'm saying? But he was a Cowboys fan or whatever. So, but yeah, Deron Bland is a huge miss. To be honest with you, I would be more worried about Deron Bland than okay if y'all didn't have like CeeDee Lamb or something like that. Y'all did sign Dalvin Cook. So and look, I still believe in Dalvin Cook. Hey, he was hurt last season, but you got to realize coming in before last season. Guess how many seasons he had straight of 1,100 yards? It was 4 of them. He had 4 straight. That's Hall of Fame worthy. Dalvin Cook, he will be a Hall of Famer. 1,100 yards. Matter of fact, one season he had it was like over 1,500 yards. So yes, and I still believe in Dalvin Cook. He'll be a better back than Ezekiel Elliott at this time. You said the reason why he hasn't signed because Shador is coming. Nah, man, Shador's not ready. He's not ready for that level yet. You know what I'm saying? He's not ready. Like when you look at Shador, do you see a Jaden Daniels? No. When you look at Shador, do you see a Caleb Williams? No. When you look at Shador, do you see a Patrick Mahomes? No. When you look at Shador, do you see a Trevor Lawrence? No. You have to excel against good teams. You can't get blown out by Oregon. That's not NFL worthy. And y'all sitting up here telling me Trevor Lawrence is trash and all this other stuff. Man, he smoked Shador Sanders. I don't give a fuck if he is white. He's not ready. Travis Hunter on the other end, yes, he is. He's ready for the league. He could be an impact on the championship team. He already has understanding at the secondary position. And as far as the receiver, he has elite hands. You got to think about it. Some of the throws he actually made look good for Shador Sanders. Yeah, and Cook can catch out of backfield, but he's not ready. Now, with a little bit of work, yes, he will, but the offensive line is getting to him fast. If he plays against a defense like Georgia, they will eat him alive. If he gets in the NFL and he plays against a defense like a Cowboys defense, you know what I'm saying? Early in the season, they're gonna eat him alive. If Science, they're on the secondary because they're predicated. No, he's not ready. He needs a little bit of time, a little bit of work. He'll be a backup. But Jaden Daniels, you knew he was ready playing at LSU. Caleb Williams, you knew he was ready. Now, if you're gonna throw him in there, and give hopes, Tua. I didn't think Tua was ready, but he still went. You know why? Because his squad, they made it to the national championship. And he was a Heisman runner-up to Kyler Murray. Man, what's up, Stephen Green? At first I thought this was my channel. But that's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Still gonna salute you regardless. You said, oh, you did say salute. I'm sorry, Stephen. Make sure y'all go sub to Stephen Green, man. He up here talking about. I'm still kind of pissed off at Stephen Green talking about Steph Curry sold his soul to the devil. You know you was capping on that one, bro. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into the bullshit, though. What's it called? Uh, Dwight Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard came out on record and talked about Rudy Gobert, and he basically stated that Rudy Gobert did not deserve the defenseless player of the year, because that's what it was. He was defenseless. He was defenseless in the playoffs and so easily to be exposed in the playoff. And I agree with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard has been getting on record and been saying a lot. I mean, he talked about Kobe. He said that he he spoke his how he felt about Kobe. I think he wants to admit now that he saw what Kobe was trying to do, but back then he didn't have that championship mentality like that, like Kobe had. He wanted to win so bad. You got to think about it. Kobe had already been there. Kobe had won 3 straight already. Kobe was already a champion. You know what I'm saying? So, but Dwight Howard wanted to be stubborn. He didn't want to listen to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He didn't want to take what Shaquille O'Neal said as constructive criticism instead of crying and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Early on in his career. And he didn't want to listen to Kobe. Those 3 guys were champions before you were. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Damn, we got Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan. Woo! But I agree with Dwight Howard. I agree with the booty bandit. Pause. Rudy Gobert didn't deserve those Defensive Player of the Year awards. He didn't deserve this one. You know who should have won the Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion? I think it should have been Anthony Davis, or of course Victor Wembanyama. He clearly got exposed once again. You know that you can't put him out on an island. At least with Anthony Davis, although Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying, Murray had hit that shot on him and stuff. And there were a couple of defensive slouches that I saw against the Nuggets team that Anthony Davis was doing. Overall, I felt like he played better defense, especially out on the perimeter, if needed to be, considering the fact that he was playing center and he was playing power forward. Anthony Edwards did an excellent job, both on offense and defense. Then on top of that, Victor Wembanyama, I've already said this time and time again with Victor Wembanyama. The difference between him and Rudy Gobert is that he already has understanding of the pick and roll defensively. He's already got a great understanding of that. Victor, yeah, he missed. He missed some games and stuff, but overall, in terms of what, because you got to think about it, his impact both on offense and as well as defense. You got to look at the record too as well. Now, Victor Wembanyama, yes, he led the league in blocks. So at first I was thinking that because Rudy Gobert had said he said some old sarcastic shit about his French teammate, talking about, yeah, just give it to him because he'll never get it again. Are you fucking serious? I could see Victor Wembanyama winning at least. Shit, I could see him being on, um, and I'm not gonna say Rudy Gobert territory. I could see him being Ben Wallace territory. I could see him being, where they winning multiple times. I could see him in, Dennis Rodman territory. I could see him in Dwight Howard territory. Victor Wembanyama. Yes, I can. Yeah, he jealous of him. Yeah, he jealous of him. But Victor Wembanyama, for those of y'all that think that Victor Wembanyama, he's a slouch and he's just gonna be a fly by night player, you're smoking. He's absolutely gonna destroy this year. Man, listen, bro. Uh, y'all thinking Victor Wembanyama one of them 7'4", 7'5" guys that's just sloppy and can't move and uncoordinated and stuff like that. No, Victor Wembanyama can move out on the perimeter. Victor Wembanyama, like I said, he has understanding of the pick and roll. Some guys don't even understand the pick and roll defensively. He already can see it. Can he get a little better? Yeah, absolutely. Got to get better with reading that pick and roll. He already can pull up. I mean, he could pull up. What you gonna do with a guy 7'4"? I mean, it's hard enough. It was hard enough for me to guard somebody that was like 6'9", trying to shoot out there. I had a partner that was 6'9", and he was left-handed at that. And what the fuck you gonna do with somebody 7'4", and he's just hitting up but nylon? It absolutely ridiculous. What they call him, a cheat code? What they say, James, in New Orleans? What did Juvenile say? Cheat code. Cheat code. Jelly Bean, I see you in the building. What's up with you, bro? I see you in here, man. He nice. Victor Newman. Victor Newman. Yeah, he's ready, man. And he's picking Pop's brain. Plus, he's got a lot of guys. He's got champions there. You better listen to Tim Duncan. You better listen to guys like Manu Ginobili. You better listen to he already gonna listen to Tony Parker. Them French niggas, man, they be pulling hoes. I can't even front, man. Them French, Tony Parker, man, that motherfucker was fucking everybody. Shit, he was like, damn. I thought even Longoria was fine. Shit, he was like, nah, I want more. He said straight, I want more. Even Longoria, she's fine, but I got to have more. So he gonna pick Tony Parker brain, David Robinson brain. You know what I'm saying? That's two different type of lifestyles right there. You had Avery Johnson and David Robinson going to church, singing praise and worship. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? He gonna go over there, to San Antonio on the river walk and shit, and be looking for about 8 Latinas that got big booties and big titties and pretty ass face and long hair. I mean, that's two different type of lifestyles right there. You go from, you gonna go down there, you know what I'm saying, on the east side, San Antonio, be praising the Lord with Bishop Johnson, Bishop Avery Johnson. Then you gonna flip flop and go to Tony Park. Hey, Victor, come with me. Yeah, all that plastic surgery, man. Shit, she did that shit, man. Now she wanted that old Michael Jackson nose. Y'all see what she did with her nose? Man, what that stuff look like? Look like she pressing her nose down and shit. That's what Tamar Braxton and they all want to mess with their nose and stuff. Man, leave your nose alone, man. Avery. Yeah, today we gonna How good is his relationship with Tony Parker? It's probably good. I mean, everybody that come from France. Listen, I'm pretty sure his relationship is good with, of course, Rudy Gobert. It's good with what's it called? Boris Diaw. Um, it's good with Tony Parker. You know, he played with what's his name? Oh, I forget his name. What's that motherfucking name? I can't think of his name right now, but Batum, Nicholas Batum, Nicholas Batum. That's who he is. Yeah, he of course he got a good relationship with Nicholas Batum because you know Nicholas Batum is from France too. So I'm pretty sure he got a good relationship with those guys or whatever. This guy right here. You said Tony Parker and Boris are OG now. Yeah, I mean, but they're champions, so you got to pick their brains. You definitely got to pick their brain. But yeah, I like what Victor Wembanyama brings to the table. But Dwight Howard had a good point, man. Uh, he definitely been saying how everybody else has been feeling. Like when you're on an island by yourself with a guy like Luka, I can understand Luka, scoring and stuff like that, but in that type of situation, man, like, okay, you have been continuously getting exposed. I actually was trying to root for Rudy at one point, besides all the Donovan Mitchell bullshit, him, the COVID bullshit. But I was trying to root for him to get better on the defensive end so that he could show people, okay, he was worth that contract that he signed that 1 year. He just continued to get exposed. He wasn't, that's why, like, at one point, I was questioning whether he was worth the contract or not because sooner or later, now they made the Western Conference Finals. I will give him that, but he's gonna have to get a lot better. Like I said, man, he's gonna in the summertime. Yeah, he was playing and with in the Olympics and stuff like that, but you're gonna have to get in there and work with some people on some defense. I'm like, why don't you work with a linebacker on defense like a Kevin Garnett, who played for the culture, who knows Minnesota culture. Go to Hakeem Olajuwon. And then on top of that, there's another thing about aside from defense. I mean, everybody gets on Lonzo Ball being close at the rim and missing easy ass layups and finishing and stuff like that. Hell, and everybody talk about Patrick Ewing, Rudy Gobert, man. He can't. It's like he gotta throw the ball off the bat boy like a Moses Malone or some bullshit and catch it again in order to, in order to gather himself or something like that. He don't have an offensive move to save his life. He can't run it. It's like you're helter-skelter in the pick and roll on offense, and you're helter-skelter on pick and roll on the defensive end. But yeah, Howard right. Dwight Howard was right. He was, man. He didn't deserve him. And Dwight Howard, at least, the one thing I can say about Dwight Howard, Dwight Howard was athletic. He was jumping out of the gym and all that stuff. I mean, he was big as hell, but he really did understand defense, how to read defense and read the pick and roll. He was a decent pick and roll player in terms of his offense. He just didn't have no moves. Dwight Howard Dwight Howard just didn't have no moves though. You know, a guy who I thought that understood it at his young age, but he just fell off with Andrew Bynum. I thought that Andrew Bynum, had it not been for injuries and had it not been for him, you know, his health and his work ethic, Andrew Bynum had the potential to be one of the better big men when it was all said and done. You talking about a guy that's 7'2", that, if he sets a pick or whatever, like literally like one or two steps or whatever, he get to the rack. That was it. You said Victor played like a younger Alonzo Mourning. What? I don't know. I can't see that. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I don't think because and I like Lonzo, but coming out of Georgetown, he was more known for his rebounds and his defense and stuff like that. And he was more back to the basket. Didn't have a ton of moves, but you know what I'm saying, he was a good cleanup guy. Alonzo Mourning was. He could drive. You know what I'm saying. He could, when he get the ball or whatever, he could drive or whatnot. He had a little bit of a jumper or whatever. You know what I'm saying. But I don't know. I don't see Alonzo Mourning. Maybe if you're talking about on the defensive end, yeah, I could somewhat or whatever. But Alonzo Mourning was extremely tenacious, man, and he didn't. Okay, if you're talking about like in terms of him not being afraid to challenge people, because you've had several people that have met Victor Wembanyama at the rim, then okay, yeah, Alonzo Mourning didn't mind getting dunked on. Okay, yeah, I was like, his offense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a good rim protector for his age. Good morning. Good morning. I mean, who did Rudy Gobert remind you of? What's up, Bruce Gas Boxing? I see you in the building. Make sure y'all go sub to the homie, Bruce Gas Boxing, Jazz, and more. Definitely gonna talk boxing over there. If you want to roll it up, smoke it, light that shit, pass that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bruce Jazz gonna do that over there, and on top of that, he gonna fertilize your brain with the history of boxing. So, salute to Mr. Bruce, man. Hope you're doing good this morning, brother. You said once he becomes more disciplined on defense, he gonna be a motherfucker. Who you talking about? You talking about Victor Wembanyama, Jelly Bean, or you talking about Rudy Gobert? Mark Eaton? Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Nah. Mark Eaton was way better. You're talking about Mark Eaton knew how to read. Mark Eaton knew how to read a pick and roll. Mark Eaton understood defense. His timing was way better.